Stream started. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Nighty. Maybe Razorbacks. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that name immediately triggered like a green logo with the spiral thingy. Yeah. In my mind. Yeah, the snaky thingy. I find it funny. There is another VTuber that is been like harassing a company to sponsor them. Yeah. Which I find very funny. Yes. Also, their name is like very close to the name of the company. I believe the VTuber is called something like Font Clara or something. She's like a water. Oh, hello.
Welcome Minecraft_me_and_you. Please enjoy the stream.
Hello. I believe the VTuber name is Font Clara, and she's like a water-based VTuber, and she was like harassing this like bottled water company to sponsor her, even because their names was like very close to hers. Yeah. And I found that very funny. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah. I don't remember exactly if that was the name of the VTuber. I just have like this vague memory of her. Yeah. It was very funny. Yes. Also, I discovered something very funny. The game I played for my birthday, the game I liked a lot, turns out the music is copyrighted. So I got a bunch of strikes from my birthday stream. Yeah. So now I need to go back and clean that up. And the thing I don't want is to sacrifice the audio, right? So I'm not exactly sure what to do. Maybe I will just edit the whole bot and re-upload it. Yeah. Or maybe I will just add like subtitles, so I can just cut all the bits of music of the track, and the watchers can rely on subtitles to actually know what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. Also, one of the games of the Doki Game Jam use a copyright music song. So I got a couple more strikes over there that I need to come to fix now. Yeah. I believe that was against the jam rules, but I don't remember where I saw that. Yeah. I wonder if that game will get disqualified because of that. Yeah. Because it will cause issues for Doki when she plays it on stream. Yeah. Because I already got the copyright strikes. And they were very specific to one song. And I did some research. And I found that indeed that song is copyrighted. And when I checked like the credits of the game jam, turns out that one specific song is like not referenced. It doesn't say who made it. So I went and looked up the copyright I got hit from, and indeed it's the same song. So I think the guys who made the game just slap a random song there, and they thought they could get away with it by simply not crediting. Yeah. Which is sad because I believe they got like one of the top 5 places in the game, in the jam. Yeah. If it wasn't for that one song, yeah, there is a chance they might get disqualified. The Plants vs. Zombies soundtrack has been able to you? What do you mean? Do you use it on your streams? Is that what you mean? Yeah, because all the music I have, the one I'm using, I have a license for it. I actually have a license. Yeah. Oh, you were playing the game. I see. And they have been like copyright striking to you for that? Interesting. Huh. You would think the Plants vs. Zombies soundtrack wouldn't be like copyrighted, because then again is I believe the company that make the music, no, the game was PopCap, right? That's the development studio. Oh, what you need to figure out is if the one who made the game has expressively said that you can use it for Let's Plays and on YouTube. You can actually dispute the copy ID by referencing the source you got, like providing a link to the web page where they say you can use it, but it has to be an official page from the developers. Yeah, because sometimes what people do is that they make a cover of a song and then they try to copyright the original song. Yeah, they're just like looking to get free money, basically, from people who are too afraid to actually fight back. Yeah, you just need to make sure the people who are copyright striking you are not the actual studio. So you just need to do some research. Yeah. For example, I got a bunch of copyright strikes from playing Zelda Ocarina of Time from people that made covers, right? Because the copyright strikes weren't coming from Nintendo. So I just fought those And I got the copyrights removed. Yeah. Again, if Nintendo actually targets me, there is not much I can do. But you just need to do some research to see if the people claiming the music are actually the owners or not. Yeah. It happened for me also for Hollow Knight. Yeah. When I played Hollow Knight, some people were claiming the music. Yeah. Indeed. You just need to make some research about that. Yeah. Okay, shall we move on to the game development then? Yeah. Let's see. Loading.
Stream started. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hello. There we go. Okay. So last time we were having an issue where, if you recall, wait. Here, you can see the pathfinding is marking the walls. I was doing some like maths and testing. And it seems that this calculation for the walls are actually correct. Funny enough. The issue is that it crashed right now. Basically, the enemy can move a little bit too low, and that allows the collision box to actually trigger. Yeah. You join after your OBS crashed. Really? Usually when my OBS crashes, unless I'm like literally at the end of the stream, I usually just simply go back and keep streaming. Yeah, it has crashed on me a few times. Okay, so the issue is that when we are here, it's already detecting collision, right? Right there at this distance. And the reason for that is that if we check the radius of the walls, you can see that going a little bit below that, it would be actually colliding with the tile set, right? But for some reason, the collide and move function that the developers of the engine provide doesn't work the same way as the one used from code, and I don't know why. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is restructure my code in such a way where when I generate the pathfinding right here, I will be using a different function here. And I will make a specific circle to check for collisions. So let's see. I will call this. Actually, let me make it over here. It makes more sense. Bar circle. And that will be equals to this. And we will have a top. I will set it to 8 by default. Left. And that will be also 8. Right. And bottom. Right. Okay, our top left will be -8. -8. So that will give us distance from, wait, what was the function again? It was a circle, collision circle. Oh, so I don't actually need like all that. I need a position and a radius. Okay. And I don't need this. Hold on. So bar collision is going to be a collision circle. We will be placing this on this position, X, Y. The radius will be 8. Let me check the enemy. This is what? 5 to 26, that's around 20 pixels wide, and here we have 16 tall. So that means if I make it I think instead of a circle, a rectangle would be a better idea. Or should I make this a circle? What would be better? Because the position is over here, right? It's not centered. Which is a bit of a problem now that I think about it. Actually, should I import the actual sprite that I want to use? Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. This one. let's see. Hold on. Let me go to the enemies. And I can maybe place it right here. There we go. I just need to fix some issues. Actually, I don't know what to do. Hold on. So, here is an issue. I like to keep like the history of the game, right? So I don't want to outright simply deleting this sprite. What do I do here? Can I like export it somehow? Hold on, let me look it this up. Game Maker set external editor. Preferences, navigate, file preferences. Look at the build más fácil. What you specify to the starting editor. Okay, so that would be file preferences. And then here we go. Where again? Go to paths. Paths. Where are you? Paths. General settings, platform plugins. There is no path here. Oh, there it is. There is actually a section called external editor. Background tools. It says dialogues. Oh wait, this is for the actual editor inside the thingy. Particle editor, package manager. Extension timelines. Room editor. Workspace. Input, help. I don't see it. Let me check again. Sprite editor maybe? Nope, it doesn't look like. Huh? Wow, can I really not change something so simple? File watcher. Okay, apparently I cannot. How do I export this? Hold on. How do I export this? Open in Explorer. Oh, okay. So I can do that to actually set things up, and these are the layers. Ah, okay. Let me rename this. Let's call this. What would be a good name for an asset that is no longer used? Deprecated? Depth sprite. Like that. Just so I don't delete them. Okay, and then I will pull these ones in. Right, and I believe I need to fix them a little bit. Actually, I should have just done this. What am I doing? Don't you love it when the thing opens in a random folder you don't want? Okay, let's set this to
Evening
4
people of the
frames
world.
for per row. Hello, Glassman. Hello. How you doing today? Welcome. Hello. There we go. That's my little sprite right there. Let's set this to 8 frames per second. And I want to let's put the origin on the middle center. Then good, you just got off Discord with a friend. Those activities they have are something way too addictive. Really? That sounds interesting. And kinda weird. That looks really cute. Let me duplicate this and call this the neutral. Then I will open the right one. Import images. This one. Oh, really? Import strip image. This. There we go. 8 frames per second, middle center. You were playing Magic Garden? What is that? Is that a game from Steam? I never heard of that one. Hold on. I need to look it up. Magic Garden. Oh. This one? A game vault into Discord? Oh. I thought you were referring to this. Hold on. I thought you were referring to this thing. Is that not it? It looked like an artist with a single review. It was a simple gardening game. I see. Okay, I got that. Let's edit the next one. Image, strip, image, this one. Convert, yes. 8 frames, center middle. Okay, that looks like that. To try it on Camera Night one eye? That's actually a very good idea. Let me see. Actually, let me look it up because I want to make sure I actually can see it. Let's see. Chat use apps. What is it? Game? What is this? Game Center. Magic Garden. Oh, it's an app. It stinks so much to a Facebook trash game. Just seeing the icon. Wow. Ah, I see. Huh. Yeah, no, it's... The art is very, very not my cup of tea because, like I said, it screams like a Facebook game. Facebook trash game, the art, right? But I can see maybe it has quite a few features. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, but if it is good, I will steal it and make my own. Yeah. I do make games. Okay, I will now duplicate this one, call it left, open, edit image, and this one I will simply mirror our frames to get the other side. Thief? Wow. 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 Yeah, I do grab ideas from everywhere. That's indeed correct. Okay, since I modified this, let me check the collision box for this. Let's make it more of a manual, and how about we make it an ellipse? And I will just That's, I suppose, good enough. Maybe a little bit taller. Yeah, let's leave it like at that. Right. And I want to do the same for everything. Should I maybe put it on 30? No, it has to be 31. Oh, 31. The height has to be a little bit lower. And should I leave it at that? Oh, is there someone who imported the whole of the Tarun into Discord? What the hell? Now, that's something I didn't expect. Wow. I suppose this one could be the best. So 31, 31 for... Okay. So... Ellipse. Manual. 31, 31 for... Manual, ellipse, for... Manual, ellipse, for... Why is this right 126? What the fuck? Manual, ellipse. Or why are you the fuck with these numbers? Now I need to double check because that's... Okay. Let's give it a check. Oh, right. Because I was doing this. I want to see if it looks good. Ah! It actually looks kind of cute. It looks kind of big, I will say. Ah, it crashed again. Really? I need to do something about this crash. Hold on. Hold on. So let's see, it's crashing right here. Because previous title has no value. So I suppose here I will have to simply say if previous style is no one, then I suppose we had to break because there's no other option. Sadly. Let's see. Oh wow, that's a slime move and is... Oh wow. There we go, it's moving now. Alright, move neutral doesn't exist. So it goes invisible when there is like slime move neutral is not. Okay, so how is getting to that? How are you getting to that exactly? State. Yeah, here. This is probably the issue. Okay, so we set the thing, find the path, and then we go on to moving. Moving, we grab the information. Direction equals flow. That's probably the issue. Because none of these would apply in that case. So that means I need to make a new piece here. Where if the direction is none, that means we cannot move. And if the state attack has not triggered, that means we cannot only go to one state. And that would be idle. So now if I trigger this guy, he's stuck because he's... that's annoying. Come on, come over here. There we go. Now you're calculating your path good. Oh, you... I see. Basically because I broke the pathfinding. Because I go back to idle, it doesn't keep the chase. Oh, that's stuck. Oh. Yeah, I see. Also, it looks... Oh. My slime just committed seppuku. I don't know if you know this, but if an enemy leaves the screen, I just killed it. So my slime just committed suicide. Okay, so there is still an issue where the calculation of the block of the pathfinding is not quite correct. What was that noise? Wait, what? Did we disconnect? What was that? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Apparently I'm still connected. I don't see any issues. I just heard like the sound of something breaking. Oh. Okay, if I block this, I should like fix stuff, I believe. In theory. It's still like stuck there at the bottom, which is not good. Yeah, that is even worse. Why is that happening? It's basically in a location where it just cannot do anything. It's like 2 blocks too much. Maybe I will have to do a specific size instead. It's something I didn't want to do. Okay. Let's see. So the issue is this. Currently the circle is made of a position and a radius, right? A radius of 8 means means a circle of a diameter of 16, right? So if I use this, the issue will come with what is break? Where to check by some pixel perfect collisions? Okay, so this should be true and true. That means we will try to go for precise collisions and we will ignore ourselves if necessary. Can you... Why do I live so close to an hospital? There is like noise in the background 24/7. Okay, so this should be like detecting the collision, right? And that will give me a completely different like collision set. Yeah. Wow. He's still getting stuck, even with this. Oh wow. That's not something I expected. Yeah, still getting stuck. That means I need to increase this from 8. How about I increase this to 12? That will make the collision bonding a little bit bigger. Is that the solution? Should I make it smaller, maybe? Yeah, maybe the issue is that I need to make it smaller. Oh, wait. What if I drop this instead to 6? I'm like doing this by trial and error. Oh, that's much more clean, actually. Now the only issue is the behavior of the enemy. Oh wow, that's not good. The fact that it's like changing like directions as it moves. That should not be. Yeah. Ow. Yeah, that's not right. This one update of the sprite set should be happening just before we move instead of after. If we change to idle, on idle, I'm handling the change of direction. Okay, switch to idle, but I still move down here on this. I suppose I should set F rate to 0. Maybe that's will fix the issue.
Hello chat, I know I am late but how's stream so far?
Hello. Hello. Welcome, Joshua. Hello. I'm doing pretty well. It's actually making things actually much more clean. You can actually see the progress right here. Oh. Yeah. So now the pathfinding looks very clean to me. Yeah. The only issue we have now is the behavior. You see how it just keeps going after we go from that. So here we go on idle, we choose a direction, vertical movement, but I only trigger this if F rate is greater than 0. So here we have a direction and we change according to that this, and then I set the movement and then we move, right? This just changes to none if we hit anything. So I don't know why it's randomly changing to moving, or why it's randomly moving. Oh, maybe because we keep going here and we change to a side attack. Maybe. And on the attack we set to moving and then... no, here we chase. Okay. So here I believe I just need to reset, like just exit. Maybe. So it doesn't like behave that weirdly. So now if I trigger this guy, it will start moving. I will not. I don't know why it does that. But it's only like he's moving after the pathfinding ended. That's really weird. like that. You see how it goes back? Because it's moving on the same direction the arrow is pointing, which is kind of weird. And sometimes it does that. Now it's very aggressive. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Huh. Okay. That's weird. So we have the directions, we have the movement. Hold on. So the pathfinding is working fine. Now it's just the way it changes, like states that is not behaving correctly. So let me see. Let me close these ones. Here. So now we're here. Objects, enemies, enemy parent. Okay. So let's see. Here we have that. But I'm modifying slime, so let me see. Let's overwrite. Okay, so if the bug, we will simply draw text on XY, that is my position, and I will remove from Y16. And the text we will be showing would be bar underscore stat will be equal to get prefix, get status, get state prefix, state, and we will simply show the state. Well, not prefix, enum. Get state enum. GPU que se time source que se. Do I not have the enum for this? Really? I do have the enum for it. It's just weirdly written. Okay. Okay, that's better. You can hardly catch a stream. You are working quite a lot, I assume. Idle, okay. So I pull you over, wind down, moving. Okay. And then idle. Ah, so it's moving on idle. Interesting. Yeah, his movement is changing on idle for some reason, which is weird. Huh. So on idle is moving. Here. Well, I do have the movement code, but in theory it should be 0 when we run this. So that shouldn't be happening because I'm not assigning a random direction. Unknown will return to idle and break. So if it's moving, and somehow the direction assigned is none, it should like set F rate to 0 and set to idle and return. So we'll skip all of this, right? So we're back to idle. Here we start counting. Then we skip this because we don't have enough. We set to 0. We check the direction because it's none. It should skip. So we go over here. The movement would be multiplied by 0. So this movement should be like none. What if I just make this conditional, actually? If there is there dot none, if it's not none, we do this. All the way over here. Trying to do a little assignment with a similar pen? Yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it. Good luck. Okay. So I pull this guy. He's moving, okay. That didn't look good. Yeah, it keeps moving even when we're in idle. Huh. That's weird. Hold on. How about I make a new state? Because this is getting silly. So let's see. The states we have idle, moving, hunting. Okay. How about I have a state called wandering? Right? So over here I will have a case state dot wandering. And I'm going to just say here on wandering. Right? And I go over here and below idle. I'm going to have a function. Function on wandering. And it's going to be very simple. It will simply move for a given amount of time in a certain direction, right? So it will simply have a F rate increasing if our F rate is greater than let's put it to 60, right? If we exceed that, F rate we set to 0 to reset the counter. And what I'm going to do is simply switch the state to idle. Right? And over here, I will grab the movement. I will simply grab this over here to grab the direction we're going. I will update the sprite there, depending on wherever we're going. I will be selecting the movement right there. I will be using this also down here, basically just to make the movement happen. Right? And I can remove that. I don't need this. Actually, I don't need it. This also I don't need. So we go in here, right? If the fire rate is not ready, we just skip this. Set the speed to 0. Check which direction we're going. Update the sprite. Make the movement. Actually, I have to set here one. If our direction is direction.none, we immediately switch state. State equals state.idle. And we return. We basically cancel the wandering. If not, we check the direction we're going, we move in that direction. If we hit anything, we change our state to idle. As simple as that. Right? And over here, we will simply be counting. And once we reach 120, we will pick a random direction, update the sprite, reset the F rate, and switch state to wandering. And that's it. Okay. Ah, nice. That looks way more clean. Lovely. That actually looks so clean. Wow. Okay. Let me go at the missing information over here. So we have wandering here. Let me just add this here. wandering. Okay. Now for the prefix, we will be using a case state dot wandering. Return WDN wandering. WND WNG Wank. WDG. Let's use WDG. Okay. So that means I need a new state over here. And what? Create group. Wandering. And I will just copy all this. Move it to the folder. Rename this. So this will be WDG. And that's it. Now we have the state of wandering. So now it should be showing perfectly on the game. Look at that, that's so clean. I don't like that. I don't like that. I need to make a validation there. I don't like this when it gets stuck like this. That should not be happening. Yeah. Let me think. It's a problem with the pathfinding. I could set it on the main coloring. Actually, I could simply make this variable usable because I'm not really using it for anything, right? So I could say if done Not done, actually. We simply say no, I can just simply say return done. As simple as that, right? We just say if we completed the path correctly or not, right? Because the only way this variable is true is if we completed the path correctly. So over here on the hunting, I will simply say var path found equals to this if path found, then we switch to moving. Why am I resetting every here? If not, we go back to idle. State equals state.idle. New. Let's see, does that work? Well, it didn't get stuck, which I suppose is a good thing. Now it got stuck. Yeah, that's an issue. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. My cat wants to leave the room. I'll be right back. One moment. One moment. Aquí, let's see. So now the issue is that the last arrow somehow is pointing to the next one, which is not a good thing. So what I'm going to do on the pathfinding, once we check that the pathfinding is done, in that case, if we resolve correctly, I will get the next tile, right? A position, and I will say if our tile dot parent dot x and the same but y equals position X and Y. That means we're pointing at our parent at the end of the execution, right? I can just say here that if that's the case, this tile has to be clean. So I will just say, where is it? This. I want to set the tile dot flow to here dot none. That way we avoid the thing cycling itself in theory. Let's see. Yeah, it is functioning. Yeah, it's not working the way I wanted, but it's functioning. Probably because at the end of movement, it should be going to recalculating path instead of simply stopping. So let's see. So at the end of moving, if you didn't found the player and you run out of place to go, that would be this, right? So I should instead be moving to hunting instead of idle. That means now we should be following me correctly. I suppose it lost me. Okay, it's moving. Trying to find thing. Okay. Ah, that's not good. Okay, the chasing is like working kinda okay-ish. Not perfect, but it's working kinda okay. I suppose it actually gives up in a rather realistic way. Okay. That seems to be working. There is still a weird glitch where the enemy sometimes gets stuck. Yeah. But so far, so good. I want to make another state that is just like a small animation. I started to think that I have too many states, but I think it makes sense. Okay, so the state I kind of want to make is basically a transition state that I want to call alert. And I want to make another call lost. Maybe instead of lost would be more like question? Would that be better? So what I want to do, we start on idle, right? So from idle, we can move to certain other states, like the alert state. So I will simply say state alert, and I will simply say on alert and put it over here. So function on alert. This is going to be very simple. So if object underscore exist
Avatar is cute.
hello.
Welcome, Tyler Wright. Please enjoy the stream.
Yes, welcome, Tyler. Welcome. And thank you. Hello. What was the function? Objects exist, instance exists, instance underscore exist. Yeah, that was the one. Okay. If exist, object exclamation. How do you write exclamation again? Go. Correct my orthography. Go. Exclamation. Okay. It is indeed correct. Okay. If we don't have this object right here, that means we can create it. So instance underscore create on layer. Are you doing that zooming in real time? Like, look at your code closer. Oh, you see, I wrote a fairly complex script for OBS where I crop the window that is being watched in real time. I'm using Python to modify the cropping and like padding of the window. So with a single button, I can actually like zoom in and out. I also added a little bit of mouse tracking, so I can actually point specific spots of the window. There is some bugs on the script, however, huge fun. Basically, on specific cases, for example, if the window is not like full screen, I don't have it like maximized, it will cause that the thing don't actually aims where my mouse is. It will be offset, and I have not fixed that. The other thing is that it will only let me do it with one window at a time. So that's another limitation. Yeah. So I'm basically cropping in real time. Yeah. It's a little script for OBS. That's the thing. It was very trippy for a while when I was working on it. Yeah. But yeah, it still like has bugs on it. But because I know what they are, I can like step around them. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh, right. Creating the object. So I want to create it on where I am. Plus, let's say... Yeah, let's say 16. Not plus, minus 16, so it goes up. And currently I have it only for personal use because of those bugs, right? Because, for example, whenever I start OBS, instead of seeing this, you can only see like the top left corner, and it's like a 16 by 16 pixel like zoom in of the very tip of the corner of the window, which it looks very weird. And to fix it, you have to go into the OBS and reset the script. Yeah. Yeah, I could probably sell it, but I don't want to publish something that has so many bugs. There is 3 major bugs. One is that when you open OBS, you have to reset the script or it will only show like the top left corner. The second one is that if the window is not like maximized, like it will not point directly at their mouse. And the other one is that you cannot track multiple windows. So, yeah. There is like a lot of very major flaws to the script. Yeah. So yeah, for now it's only personal use, which is very useful, I will say. Maybe even in that state would be like really nice, but who knows? I don't know if a lot of people will complain about the bugs, because currently I actually have not even bothered to check how to fix them. It's something I have been like mentioning like every other stream. That is a major issue with the script I made. Yeah. Let's see. The layer. That layer would be instances. And the object would be this thing, exclamation. Yeah. You'll check the bot? I see. I'm not editing my streams, but yes. It basically looks like I edited the stream. Yeah. Yes. It's also very nice because it helps because I'm programming. And it's like very hard to keep the attention of the people. But if I can like zoom in and actually show you exactly what I'm doing, it's easier for people to actually keep their attention. Yeah. So it's quite nice. Yes. And yeah, I basically made the script because I had like, I want to do that for live, right? In theory, it should be possible. So I did a little bit of research and yeah, I created the script. Maybe I will publish it. But first I need to see if I can fix those issues with the script. Let's see. I want to create an object. Okay. Let me make it directly here. Object. And that object will be called object exclamation. For now, we'll leave it clean. And let's... It looks great. Nice. Okay, that's nice. I actually don't know my way around GameMaker that well. I have not touched particles or pathfinding. I kinda coded my own. So, yeah. There are bits of the GameMaker that I didn't touch at all. Also, I got this bug the other day. Maybe you can shed some light. I don't know. I was trying to use the new UI feature of GameMaker to make UIs, and I got this problem where basically, just to like make it more clean, I made a main menu that looks like really nice, right? I have like my new game, the continue, etc. Right? But you see the buttons have like the background and the text on top, right? Well, when I try to make a level select on the next screen, you see I made it like on the side right here. And the same way I made the main menu, I made the buttons and the text, right? The issue is that the background of the buttons, even though it's structured the same as the main menu, instead of showing behind the text, it shows on top of it. So it's blocking the text and it shows like blanked buttons without text, but they do have it. It's behind the button, right? And I don't know why is that happening. And I have no idea how to fix that. Yeah. And I stopped using the feature because of it. Even though it's technically quite like useful, if it wasn't for that bug, I will be actually using that thing. Yeah. So yes, if you have any idea of that, it will be extremely useful to figure out how to fix it. And let's see, I want to create a sprite. Let's call this sprite. We will call this sprite. Actually, I will just copy and say sprite. There we go. What I want to do here is something very simple. The new name of the feature, if you go over here, basically, you will see on the plus button right here, there is something called UI layer, right? And this is the feature that is causing the issue. Yeah. So if I create one, for example here, you can see there is a new layer, right? you can create like flex panels and stuff to organize your stuff. And you can bring objects into the layer, right? So if I go over here, I can like, for example, grab, let's say this button right here and bring it to the view layer to add it. And you can actually see it here on the screen, right? And you can change the flex panel to modify the location and everything, right? The issue I have is that when I have a font with a background like this sprite, and I switch rooms, like going from the main menu to the level select, this thing, the background, suddenly is above the text. So it blocks the text, and that's awful. And I couldn't figure out a way to solve that. So I basically completely decided to drop the UI layers. Yeah, because of it. And apparently some people managed to like fix it somehow, but I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I also custom made my UI stuff. But when I saw the new feature, I was like, finally, I don't have to code everything myself. And then turns out it doesn't work. Yeah. It's so annoying. Because it was structured in a way I use it on a different engine. So I was like, oh, I know how to use it already. I know how to code. And then, yeah. Okay, so let's see. I want to make a little exclamation button, so let's see, not that big. Maybe that big? Make it red. So we'll like do it like this. Does that look good? Should I maybe make it like more like set on a line? Hold on. Delete. Wait, that's not the delete. Oops. How about I set it like this? This one maybe is a bit too much angle, so I will just delete this and flip this one. It's a little bit. There we go, like that. That, and then I will add a little outline. Should I make these rounds? Now it's like tempting me to make it like rounds. What about I make this round? gonna give it an outline. Is that too cartoonish? Cartoonish. Maybe it's a little bit too cartoonish. Yeah, I think that I like this one more. Okay, let's use that. So now, let's see. Good enough for a placeholder? Yes, that's indeed true. Let's grab that and place it over here. So now what I want to do is just make a little fade away. So I will simply say y minus minus. I will set the fire rate plus if our f rate is greater than what would be good. 1 second. Then we instance destroy this thing, and f rate I will create it over here at 0, and on the draw event I will draw self, but I will change the alpha. So draw set alpha, and let's create a alpha variable. Alpha off, and let's start it at 1. Let's set this as 100. Actually, I don't need the draw. What am I doing? I can just do it over here. I will simply say image alpha equals to my f rate over alpha, and I will make this 60, and I can use it as a limit. Yeah, and that should go the fade out and the destroy. Okay, now we go back over here and we do that on alert. And I will say the f rate. And we will wait what would be nice. How about 2 seconds? And then we switch state to state.hunting. And I reset when we spawn that, just to make sure. And here on idle, I will simply say, instead of going to hunting when we're in the detection range, we go to alert. Yeah. So we get close. Alright. The enemy doesn't have an alert animation. I forgot. And also for some reason it's stuck. Oh, I see. It's because... Yeah. Because this is resetting things when that is destroyed. So I need to not do this until we change states. I don't have an alert animation. Let's see. Let's go enemies slime. Let's make a alert animation placeholder, and I will be grabbing the idol. And let's see. What was my... Did I not create a prefix for that? We have the alert. I can make it right here. Case state dot alert. Return alerts just for the book stuff. And the prefix would be case state alert. Return, and it would be LP alt. Yeah, we'll use that. Okay, so over here, this will be Alt N. Actually, let me just grab the other ones also. Duplicate and grab over here. Alt Alt. There we go. That's your fix the issue. Come here. Oh, that actually looks quite nice. It doesn't look as clean as I was hoping. Sadly. You like this music a lot? You're very excited for the next Terraria stream? Yeah, I hope you get some armor, because last time you died quite a lot. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you caught it. At the end of the stream, we almost killed the Alpha Cthulhu. Almost. It was like 500 health left. Yeah. I think with a little bit more preparation and maybe some potions, we will actually win. Yeah. It was really, really close. Yeah. Oh, what do I use like abbreviations? It's mostly because the file names can get very long, basically. Yeah. For example, if this one, it would be deprecated, sprite, slime, idle, down. So that would be like about here on text, right? And also it saves me from typing stuff. Like instead of going for the whole name, I can just type like a bunch of letters. Yeah. Basically. It's mostly for keeping things compact. But also I try to make sure that are still like descriptive. Yeah. But yeah, it's mostly to keep things compact. A little bit more easy. Yeah. Right, in general. Because nothing is really stopping me from doing something like x.y.z.b.3 or something, right? But that's not very user-friendly. It's not very readable, right? So I try to keep things like very concise. Even for example this, when I wrote this one a little bit before, I felt like this was a little bit too long. But I couldn't think about a way of writing it that wasn't like very convoluted. Yeah. Yeah, it like escalates very quickly. Yeah. For example, once I had this like code that I was like using within like everything, that was like, oh yeah, it was like the name of the library, like library underscore pathfinding dot algorithm underscore star custom 3 dot method function then I was like variable name with data comma object monster slime blue heart dot hit points. Can you see how long that gets? Just look at that. Look at that monster. Yeah, that's why I do a bit of like a nomenclature when I type code, because just look at that monster. And that's just me calling a function within like is a library, an object, a method, one variable, an object, and a variable. Yeah. But I get the appeal. Yeah, it's very readable in a way. Also, when people write things like this, I like it because sometimes when you read the code, if you read it in a dramatic voice, it can sound like you are casting spells. Like you are like, for example, let me see if I can find something funny. I don't type like that, so I cannot find it. I heard of this like YouTube channel where they were like reading code, like they were reading spells, like all dramatic, and it sounded so badass. Yeah. So yeah, I can see the appeal. Yes. But I prefer to keep it like short. So I make like these nomenclatures. Also, it makes it very easy to search for stuff. Yeah. It makes my files very searchable. Yeah. Yeah, it's a preferences. For example, I actually don't like to use underscores at the start of the variables. But on an earlier version of a GameMaker, they were like throwing errors because I wasn't using the underscores. I prefer to go for a camel case when I write variables. But GameMaker was very annoying, throwing errors, so I decided to just change the way I was writing stuff. Yeah. I do that for variables. For functions, you can see how I write them, right? Yeah. What was I doing? I completely lost my train of thought. I made this thing. Oh yeah, there was an issue with the little animation. Hold on, where is it? There you are, exclamation. Yeah, this is wrong. I need to do it the other way around, like this. It's supposed to fade out, not fade in. Ah, it crashed. Lovely. Oh yeah, I forgot to... Ah. It seems I forgot to delete that line of code. Lovely. Let's find the monster. There we go. Let's see. Ah. Wow, it just disappears now. Ah. Why does it do that, I wonder? Hold on, let me see. Let me try again. Yeah, it just spawns for a moment and then disappears. Why is that? Hold on. Did I write this off incorrectly? Okay, so this is 60, right? F rate start at 0. So it will be going from 0 to 1. And if I... Oh, it's because I would be negative. Okay, I see. I need to do it the other way around. Like that. Yeah. It's not that I hate it, it's that I prefer to keep it like very concise. Yeah. So I actually go of my way to make things more clean. You can actually see it right here. You can see on this case that it became a little too big. I started to separate the cases into functions so I can have like a more clean code right here. Yeah. Let's see. The other issue we're having is that when we switch from one state to the other, F rate already has value, so I need to reset F rate. That's necessary. That triggered a few times, which is a bit weird. Oh, I see, it's because... No, why is it triggering a few times over? That's weird. Yeah, the alert triggered twice. Huh. Oh, it's because it's phased before. Ah. We changed state. I see. So I need to change the amount of time I wait for the fade. Instead of going one by one, I need to be going slower. So I will say F rate equals plus 0.5 to cut it in half. At the delay between checks, you mean to check if the exclamation mark is there? There is no delay, it's constantly checking. That was twice for some reason. It looked like twice. Yeah, it appeared twice. Huh. Why does it do that? That's weird. That was once. Okay. Oh. You're only seeing once? Yeah, that's a little bit of a bug. Well, it's not like it's happening twice. It's more like... Hold on. It's more like it moves up and down in my eyes, or maybe it's my brain like not perceiving it correctly. Maybe it's because it's below the character? That could be it. Yeah, that could be it. Why is below the character? That should not be happening. Let me see. Is it maybe one of the parents changing the position? Entity parents. Draw UI. That's a different thing. An object. Global pass. Destroy. Not here. Maybe it's here something? It doesn't look like it. I don't know why it's not like appearing correctly. Huh. It's like appearing behind the enemy instead of in front of it. Let's see, maybe here? If I set it to depth instead. So we have XY depth. So the depth here, it would be... Let me check the manual. What is the depth? Exactly. I need to look it up. Depth. How is like set? Depth. Assign a depth. Depth 0. Okay, negative is forward. Okay. So let's use that. Let's say minus 100. Yeah. Hello. There we go. That looks very clean, but that lasted a long time. Yeah, maybe I should like make that a little bit shorter. Let's see, I need exclamation. Yeah, maybe put it on half. Was not a good idea. Maybe like that, it would be better. You wanna know one issue about having the zoom feature? Is that sometimes I forget to either zoom in or I forget that I zoom in. So sometimes you cannot actually see what I'm talking about. Oh. Okay, this is working correctly. And I think let me see. Does the exclamation look like clean? Just to check. It kinda does, but it's a bit too big, in my opinion. Maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. Let's see. Let me select everything. And then I will cut this into, let's say, 16. That looks awful. Lovely. Okay. Let's grab this and flip it for the other side. Maybe grab the top part and move it up a little bit, and I will complete the outline. Huh. I cannot tell if it looks better if I make it like this. Like I make it a full outline like this, or if I keep it like this. Huh. You prefer it rounded? It does look a little bit more like Mario Bros-ish if I have it rounded. Let me make sure it's centered. Yeah, that's centered. Aquí. Let's see how that looks. Ah, that looks way more cute. I like it. Yeah, the only issue is that it's spun twice. Yeah. It looks nice, it's just spun in twice. And it's also like moving really high up. So maybe what I'm going to do is increase the size of F-rate, maybe, to 2 to make it move faster, but I will double the F-rate, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I put an N in front of my yes, so it sounds like Anya for some reason. Yeah, F-rate times 2 it would not be correct. Maybe I set it like this and maybe I move up slower. So it doesn't travel as far. Let's see that. Oh, that looks quite nice actually. The only issue now is that it's spawning twice. That's the only issue. How do I solve that? I need to do it on the code over here, on the alert. Basically, the issue is that this is like moving too fast. Yeah. Hold on one moment. My cat wants to leave the room and is threatening to bring devastation to my room if I don't. So give me a moment. I'll be right back. One moment. One moment. Okay. So the issue right now is that we're spawning twice, right? What to do? I would like maybe create a flag for this, but I feel like I have too many like variables here. You don't remember how I came across your terrariums, but you actually did. I think it was a terrarium stream. Actually, the terrarium streams at the start, they were performing really well. I was having like 100 views, around 50 concurrents, and then it suddenly dropped. Yeah. Maybe if state not alert, that way the other enemies can also spawn their exclamation. Terraria bringing in and the viewers. Yes, actually my development streams are the worst performing streams in my channel. Even though I'm technically mainly producing game development streams. Yeah, this is actually blocking other enemies from using an exclamation mark. You are indeed correct with that. Maybe I could do it like using the F rate as a flag? What if I say F rate equals to 0 if we're actually on the first we create the thing and then we continue, right? That way this will only happen once. And then we go on the state of content after 120. Yeah, I think that's a very clean solution, right? 17 viewers means there are around 13 lockers minus Historia? Yes. Yeah. Historia is my bot, so technically is 16. Yeah. But the Terraria streams at one point had like 50 concurrent viewers, which was quite impressive, and then it suddenly dropped off for no apparent reason. Now it's reacting way better. Yeah, that looks way more clean. And it should allow other enemies to actually throw the exclamation mark. You get nervous about 8 viewers? You see, I have like this weird what to call it? Quirk of my brain. You see, I have this social anxiety that triggers only specifically when I'm socializing, right? if I'm like at a party, trying to socialize with people, I get extremely anxious and very nervous, right? To the point I'm physically tired by the end of it. And the next day I can even have like sore muscles from how tense I become, right? But I can actually give a class to thousands of people. I can actually receive questions and everything without issue. Yeah. I can give a class. I can like interact normally as long it doesn't involve socializing. I can literally give a speech at a stadium without issue. But don't like make it an open mic or I will have a heart attack. Yeah. As long as I have like a goal that is not like specifically interacting, if I'm like announcing or giving information or that kind of stuff, no issues. The moment is about interacting socially. That's when I get like really bad. I like my malfunction. Yeah. But yeah, it seems our little exclamation mark is not working correctly. Nice. So yeah, streaming is actually not difficult, like at all. The biggest issue I have with streaming is that because I don't usually talk, like at all, my voice is like not keeping up with speaking so much on stream. Yeah. It gets very tired really quickly. Lately, I've like gained some stamina in that aspect, but it's still like an issue. Okay, so now let's do a run. How about this? So that's working just fine. And it starts moving. It tries to attack. It failed. We go into alert. We're moving. Nice. Okay. Nice pathfinding. There is the attack. That attack twice, which is not good. Maybe I need to add some delay on that. And then the idol. That's looking just fine. I think I should maybe make this slime a little bit more transparent and make the detection range a little bit bigger. Oh, it didn't went into combat. Oh. That's moving just fine. Yeah, I need to add a cooldown there because that's an issue. It is working. You just like type the wrong command.
Element of surprise!
Fuck, that actually scared me. That actually was a surprise. You hid your command in between his commands. That actually scared me. Oh, wow. That's actually a tactic no one had, like, used before. Oh. Ah. Okay. What was I trying to do? Yeah. The attack. Yes. So that's working. This is working. I need to change the attack. So once we go to hunting, we go over here. We go to the attack position on attack. We simply face the target and move. Let me see. Animation ends. On attack. Wind down. Wind up. Okay, I'm trying to decipher where the issue is. So here we just switch toward the target. Just face the target. Actually, I should probably do this when we detect the player on alert. So we'll put it right here. Let's see, maybe it's a code in the actual slime, it's not so much on the general code. Step. Yeah, I have code on attack here. So this moves towards the player and inheriting the code as the movement, okay. Okay, so... Oh. Oh, okay. Good night, good night. Rest well. Thank you for coming to the stream, Joshua. Good night. Good night, good night. Let's see. I believe the issue is that both codes are executing, so this shouldn't be here. An animation wind up right here. This is when we should be facing the player. So I will override this on the slime. Slime. I simply say, here we say face, target, object, player. So we act there. And I want to move the on attack to over here.
BV.
So I need this code.
Welcome, Joan. Please enjoy the stream.
Hello, Joan. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Let's see. I wanted to move code, so what is an attack? Right here. This. I will put it over here. And I will be moving this over here. This code is getting moved. And I will simply delete this. Actually, I don't need it. Great. It's here. That's the code for the attack of the slime. So I get in the sprite, assigning it, setting the variable for the movement, moving, and performing the attack. On hitting, we go into interrupted. We change the mask index for some reason, and then we move. Okay. Okay. This seems to be looking correctly. Yeah. So in theory, this executes once. I don't know what you're trying to say, Joan. Are you perhaps trying to trigger the TTS? The TTS only triggers once the first time you join. Yeah. You get a freebie whenever you join. Just a little fun feature. Okay, the attack is fine. So the issue is more about how much I wait after the attack, right? So I should be looking at animation end, not here. Okay. On animation end. So basically, I just wait here. On attack animation end, we go to wind down. Maybe the wind down should be longer? I should stay on that state for a while longer? Wind down animation end, we go to hunting. It does make sense, but I need to wait a little bit more. How long does the wind down animation last? Wind down animation. Let's see. The wind down animation lasts quite a bit actually. It's a little bit fast, I suppose. I could set it to 8. That looks a little bit more clean. And makes the animation longer. Maybe instead of moving to hunting, I should move to like idle? What would be the best here? Because I'm trying to like add a delay between the attacks. Because it's going a little bit too aggressive. Let me check. Does that make any difference? It actually does quite a bit of a difference. He got stuck there for a moment. That's not a good sign. Please don't make me redo the whole pathfinding again. It kinda doesn't face the right direction before attacking. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't like face the right direction. Yeah, maybe I should like place a wind up over here. This is on wind up in animation. We face the. Oh, I see. That's probably the issue. It shouldn't be on the end of the animation. It should be when we change to the wind up. Not that I think of it. Over here, are we switching to attack or to the wind up? Where is it? On attack. Wandering, not this. We're moving to attack. But this should be wind up. Wind up. Instead of going to attack. Is it like I'm attacking with bones? Was the white? What do you mean bones? Are you perhaps? Let me show you. So we have 3 states, right? First is the wind up. This one right here. It's just a little preparation for the launch, right? Then we move on to the attack, where it is like going into the air. Then we go into the wind down animation, where it lands on the ground. Yeah. They are not bones. It's supposed to be like smoke or dirt. I'm just very bad at drawing. But I can see how you could see that as bones. Yeah. Those are definitely bones. Okay, so the change in direction, it should be when we go into the wind up, not before. So that means over here, instead of doing this, I can simply say, oh, and then we go into this, and I can kill this line, and I want to face the target. That would be the player, and there we go. So in theory, that should like make the whole process more clean.
Hi.
Hello, Kilfera. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Hello. 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 Horrible? That's horrible to hear. Oh, that looks so much clean now. Ah. Yeah, now that looks good. That looks so good now. Playing 1 hour in December Rush? What game are you playing? Still sunk, I see. That looks so much clean. I love it. Just look at that. If I run away, it should like lose track of me. Yeah. And I just wandering. I hope that boss you are talking about is a very well hidden optional boss, so I don't run into it. It isn't? Damn it. Is a Hapto in Acto? Ah, okay. That's going to be a nightmare. We will see how it does. That is looking really clean. It's like not fitting through there. Hmm. And it's a little bit stuck also. Hmm. Even when you think it's so very decent. It's one of those like what is it called? Bosses with 14 faces. Because I like those. But don't spoil me. Mm. Mm. Not a pause for an enemy brush. I see. I can see how that can be an issue. Okay, so the slime is working perfectly now. So now I need to check the other enemies. Killing waves of enemies in the same room. Yeah. I get what you mean. Okay, so let's test another one. So I will kill you. And let's see. Let's check. Let's check the scrap. First the pathfinding, because that's the biggest issue. Okay, pathfinding. It has a lot of missing sprites apparently. Ah. And it's kinda getting stuck also. Yeah, because it's getting really close to the wall. Could it be maybe that it isn't set correctly? Let's see. So you only have a create. You have animation, attack and animation ends. Throw increment. On attack. Okay. Draw. It could be using the ground max index. You are correct. Again, why do I live so close to an hospital? Let's see. So this is what determines the obstacle list. The movement should be being handled by this. Also, this is like not. There we go. Moving is being handled by this function right here. Huh. I think maybe it's just... Oh, I see. It's because I don't have a wandering sprite for it. Yeah. And so how is like... always like getting stuck on the wall? Yeah, maybe the detection is not working for the thing. Let me check. So on the grid here, moving, I'm using the same sprite and not checking mask. Yeah, maybe this is the issue. I should set it to the idle of the sprite. Let me check. What is the actual conditions for this thing? Craft idle. What is your collision mask? It's actually pretty big for the idle at the very least. Maybe that's the issue because of the size here. Yeah, that's probably the reason. Because it's using the automatic sizing. Movement has the same, basically. Okay, I suppose I should like set it to something specific. Let's see. Let's go for the idle down and set it manual. This is not very centered, so let's make it 31. 31. No, that's too much. 5. And 20? Too small. 25. That's kinda okay. This would be 0. The top is a little bit too low, so 8. That's better. Drag that sprite into object for that craft? Oh, you mean like this? On the collision mask? Like that? I never actually drag it like that. That's new for me. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it seems to be checking colliders kinda okay. There we go. Now it's working. Oh, it kinda got stuck there, huh? Hello? Oh, it crashed. Project animation text, vector, target, grid. Okay, what is that? That's a line... from the previous pathfinding. Oh, it's right there. I see. Yeah, this shouldn't be here. On the attack. Do I have any other pathfinding residues? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Maybe the sprite is too big? That could be an issue. Yeah, the sprite's too big. It doesn't fit through there. Okay. Let's fix that. Let's set this to something slimmer. How about... 8, 4, and 29. 3, 29, 28. Maybe you can go a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the collision box on your uniform. 4, 7. Okay, that looks kinda okay. Let's see. There we go. Now it's moving. But it's still kinda getting stuck. The attack still works. It's because of the range I set for the attack. I see. And it's also kind of getting stuck there. Maybe I can make it a little bit more slim. 23. Like that. Yeah, at least they don't like get that stuck. Okay, I also need to change the collision range, the attack range. Let me close this. Let's see. So currently, do we have an attack range? Yeah, we have an attack range right here. Am I not using this variable? Is that what you're telling me? Let's see. Animation on moving. Yeah, right here. This should be the attack range. That should fix that. Injury. Okay, the pathfinding seems to be working correctly. Now. The attack range is not quite there, sadly. Let's put the pathfinding to the test. All the way over here. He couldn't find a path. It almost did, but couldn't. Again couldn't. Huh. Ah. Yeah, I feel like the attack range is like maybe a little too big. I should maybe make it smaller. Yeah, because it's not like not detecting the grab. Even though the attack is almost like there. Yeah. You love the cheating and the screen shake? Yeah. You see, when you let the viewers like decide how the enemies are going to attack, sometimes you end up with extra features you didn't plan on that are a little bit buggy. Let's see. I think I will lower this distance so they are like more aligned. And the other one is that I need to change the attack range. That's also quite a release range. Yeah, it kind of is. I will admit. Let's make it 24 instead. The detention range. Am I using that variable? Let me check. That should be on the alert, right? I do. Detention range. Yeah. Let me make it a little bit bigger because that's kinda too small. How about I set it to how many tiles? Would be nice. Maybe 64 is 2 tiles. How about 4 tiles? Would that be too much? 128 by default. Oh, it actually detected me there. It's kind of stuck. That distance is not quite good. I need to make it smaller. Yeah, the detection of the attack is not very clean, sadly. Ah, he died. Okay. Good luck. Safe travels, Tyler. Why did it self-destruct? You see, when you throw something and you don't have like immunity to your own throw, those objects sometimes hurt you. Yeah. Which is a bit of a bug. Let's see. Detection range. What I want is the attack range. Yeah, this attack range, I want it to be smaller, so let's see. Close this. Crap. 24. I set it to 24. Maybe should I lower it? 16? Just give the crab a bigger range? Yeah, that could be a solution. Yes. There we go. Now it found a path. Now it failed to find a path. He's trying to grab me. He just failing miserably. Ah. Yeah, I think I need to give it a little bit more of a range. Yeah, it seems like I have to be very close to it to actually trigger the grab. And it killed itself. Let me see. Let me check the sprite. Sprite. So I want the attack. Let's see. Do I name every and each enemy? You mean the way I set this like crap? I like make the species, but not. Actually, that's a lie. For the regular enemies, the ones that are like kind of fodder, they are just like what they are: crab, slime, owl, seagull, etc. Yeah. The bosses and sub-bosses do have names. Yes. Actual legit names. Ah, maybe that's the issue because I was using the collision box as the attack area. Yeah. I see. So here when I attack, on attack, right? For the grab. It's not just this. I need to set the sprite to it. Bar underscore sprite equals get sprite. Right? And Here I will say sprite. And I also need to do the same but for the mask index. So we have the actual attack trigger. And that should fix it. In theory. There we go. Now it found a path. There we go. Look at that. Now I just need to check it didn't break the pathfinding. It broke the pathfinding. And it killed itself. Once more. I just need to change this back, I suppose. And we will set it to sprite underscore craft underscore idle down. There we go. Oh wow, you got very stuck there, huh? Ah. Ah. Yeah, now he's doing it, right? And it has a nitro. Sucks that the pathfinding is much better, but still bug. Yeah, it has still his quirks. Yeah. But it is almost there. Almost. Yeah. So that's working correctly. Now we are like missing the sprites, but besides that, it's working nice. So the crab is working now. So let's go check the other guys. I want to grab the Octo. Let's check this guy. So that actually worked. Still not like finding the correct path. There we go. Oh, I forgot he can actually shoot through stuff. That's going to make this guy way more interesting. The pathfinding seems to be like working perfectly.
Hola.
Hola Spy, bienvenida. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido, Spy. Oh, did you get stuck? Ah, for a moment I was like, finally! But no. He kinda just barely got stuck, huh? Yeah, he kinda gets stuck there. Let me check. The octa. Okay. Let's see, your collision max is that. What was the one with the crab? Yours is bottom 22. Top 8. Bottom 27. Maybe that's why. Estoy bien. Spy, ¿cómo estás tú? Ah, ya me dijiste que estás bien. Ah. Qué bueno que estés bien. Let's see. Bottom 22? That's a bit too high. Maybe I can set this to an ellipse. That would be a little more clean. Also, what is that right there? What is this? Oh, it's just okay. I was like, what's that pixel there? Wow. It's not like very... what to call it? Safely sounding food, if you refer to it as some kind of pasta. Wow. Oh, you got food from the whole office? Nice. Wow. Okay, so probably I will do the same trick. Oh, it's actually set to the correct collision mask. Huh. Maybe I will update the code for the pathfinding to make the thing more restrictive. So this is a radius of 4 to 27. That would be how much? 23? And half of that would be around 12. So a radius of 12. So maybe I could make a custom pathfinding for this enemy. Because I currently using 6. So the circle is a little bit bigger. Smaller, excuse me. Lots of sauce? You don't know the names of pasta sauces? Neither do I, like at all. Maybe I can make this an actual variable. Yeah. I could set this as a collider radius, maybe? So I would like go over here to the enemy thingy, enemy parent. And I will set the pathfinding collision radius. And the default would be 6, I believe. Yeah. Collision radius. Just to make sure it's actually correct. Okay, now that we have the radius set, maybe I can override it over here. I can just say collision radius. Instead of 6, let's try it with an 8 and see if it gets stuck. It actually got stuck, but for a different reason. It's a little bit too big. So maybe I will give it at 7. Maybe I should keep it at 6, actually. I'm starting to doubt my own decision. It is working vertically correctly. Issue might be just horizontal. Hold on, load. I will trigger it and try to get it to Pathfind over here. That seems to be doing just fine. Oh wow, it really didn't find that path, huh? It seems the pathfinding has some issues still, which is not a good thing. Yeah, you would think they would tell you the exact meat they are providing. Yeah. It seems like the problem has been like solved for the most part. Apparently. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be causing any more issues. Okay, never mind. Apparently this is working. Huh. Apparently it worked. I don't know how, but it actually worked. Okay, so the Octo is working correctly. It's still missing some animations, like the... what to call it? The... alert animation and such, but... I think it's doing pretty well. Let's check the next one. My seagull. So let's see. Oh, you are already like behaving completely differently, huh? Oh, wow. Okay, this guy is going to be a different issue altogether. I can already tell. Yeah, okay. The seagull is going to be... the flying ones are going to be a different beast altogether. Okay. At least the other ones are already working fairly well. Well, the ones we have checked. Yeah. It's also one of the fastest enemies, yes. Yeah. But we will have to check that on Sunday, because it's already pretty late for me, so I need to stop here. I just noticed the time. The burst collision mask. Actually, it does have the same as Sprite. That might be the issue. Yeah. Then again, the bird is supposed to be able to fly over certain obstacles. So, yeah. Yes. But we will see. Okay. Let me switch screens real quick.
EV. Welcome Joan, please enjoy the stream. Hello.
Yeah.
Looks a lot better. Is the slime attacking with bones? What is the white?
Not
Hi.
bones.
Hola
Okay. Thank you very much for coming to the stream today. We made quite a bit of progress. Finally, the pathfinding is, like, for the most part, functional. Yeah. And most of the enemies, at least the basic ones, are already functional. Yeah. We need to check the flying ones and maybe do a double check of the bosses. And then we will proceed to start either the next dungeon or finishing the ones I already have. Like the art and that kind of stuff. Yeah. 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 Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I will see you guys on Sunday for another Game Development stream. And on Thursday for a gaming stream. Yes. Yeah, I do it unconsciously. Yes. And not like doing it on purpose. Yeah. Funny enough, I only do that when I speak English. It doesn't actually happen when I speak a different language. Yeah. I don't know why I have that, like, language-specific quirk. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I need to go and have some dinner because you guys are already torturing me with food. So, okay. Yeah. Hasta el jueves. Sí, nos vemos. Tienes razón. Va a ser el jueves. Buenas noches. Good night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping me with the game. Yes. And I will see you guys next stream on Thursday for a gaming stream, and on Sunday for another game development stream. Yes. Yeah. Good night, good night. Bye-bye, good night. Adios, buenas noches. Good night, thank you for coming. Thank you for help. Yes. Bye-bye, good night. Hasta el jueves. Good night. See you on Thursday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, I see. Those are definitely bones. Hi. Horrible. Dying 1 hour in the same boss rush. Silk Song. Good job. Let's go. Nah, it isn't. Is a have to in Act 2. Even when you think it is over. It isn't. Not a boss but an enemy rush. Killing waves of enemies in the same room. Might be using the wrong mask_index. I suggest using the idle one and make it always use that one. Could you try dragging the idle sprite into the collision mask on the object itself, under where you drag the sprite for the object? Drag that sprite onto their object, for that crab. Cause when you swap the sprite, by default the mask_index will also change to the new sprite, changing the bounds. Could get stuck in a wall that way. Yeah, like that. Keep the collision box uniform, F. At least they don't wander around aimlessly anymore. Bro went insane. Yeah, I love the yeeting and screen shake. That's also why the release date is 2069. Ahahaha, true DZ. Getting food, AFK moment. K. Why did it self-destruct? Oh. Just give the grab a bigger range. Do you name each and every enemy? The grab crab. Oh. It's always the dumb things you overlooked. Nice. Sucks that the pathfinding is much better, but still bugged.
Hola, ajá.
Hola.
Ahora bastante bien, ¿y usted, Pato?
I was going to grab food at the same time as at Tyler Wright, but then my boss brought in food for the whole office. So yay, free food.
XD.
Astonished face emoji, lucky duck DZ, what did they bring you? Imback BTW, smiley face emoji, I got some sort of pasta. Rice with chicken. Lots of sauce. Red sauce? White sauce? I really don't know the actual names for pasta sauces. Same, this one is like, gimme a sec, I'll check the box. It just says brown sauce, WTF. Also it does not look like what's on the box, I'll send a pic. Lemao. Try, bbox_right, bbox_left, for the collision of WE the mask_index is of the instance you are in. That's like checking my burger for ingredients and then it just says meat. Yeah, I mean what kind of meat? Lol, yeah. Speaking of, apparently McDonald's uses all beef patties but they contain soy. How? Their partner company's name is All Beef Patties. Lol. Technically correct, the best kind of correct. Also it's the fastest enemy, right? You added the bird's collision mask? Sounds good. Nice stream, Lemao. Good night everyone, it's afternoon for me, so I'm going to have my lunch. Finally. GN. Tilda. I like it, not making fun. It's cute, don't worry.
Está bien hasta el jueves, cara sonriente, si la tiene signo de interrogación abierta.
Yeah, bye.
Cajas, el inglés está funcionando.
Person turquoise waving, see you guys GN.
Hasta mañana, cara sonriente.
Yes GN QXD.
Yeah, cara sonriente.
Good night, bye bye. Croissant emoji, rice cracker emoji, banana emoji. Sun emoji, black star emoji, crescent moon emoji. Bye bye. G9. Seven.